What up, crew? Today I'm going to be teaching you the pressure fan. Let's do it. So I don't know about you, but it took me ages to learn the pressure fan, and I don't know why. Maybe I just never took the time out, or I just couldn't get it down. But I'm going to be sharing with you the mistakes I made while learning this and how you can learn this much faster than I ever did. Now, real quick before we actually get started, I would recommend that you know how to do the card spring, because the card spring is definitely very helpful in knowing, I guess, setting up the basic foundation of how to do the pressure fan. Now, starting off, you want to be holding the deck in your non-dominant hand. Now, actually getting into the grip, you're going to be holding it on the bottom right-hand corner, or the corner that's away from your non-dominant hand. So in my case, I'm using my left hand. The corner that's away is the bottom right-hand corner, okay? Your middle finger and index finger are going to come on that bottom right-hand corner underneath. And now it's not going to be held straight like this. Let me just show you where the fingers are. Their fingers are like this. They're not straight here, but they're actually at an angle. So the deck is not going to be held straight like this. You're going to be holding the deck at an angle looking like this. So again, not completely straight, but at an angle where about the midpoint, right between these two corners, the midpoint is between that fleshy part of your thumb here. So the grip is going to look like this. From here, your dominant hand is going to be doing all the work. And I gotta say, if you're not used to doing the spring, this will be very difficult, especially because you may not have the muscles in this hand that you need to actually do the pressure fan. So starting off, you're gonna be holding with your dominant hand like this. Your middle finger goes on the top right-hand corner, or the corner away from your non-dominant hand. So that goes there. Your index finger goes right next to your middle finger, and your thumb goes on the bottom, not on the corner, but just directly underneath your index finger. So it's like this, just to show you, it's looking like that. Next thing you do when you get into this grip, you're just gonna squeeze the cards with your dominant hand. So if I wasn't holding the deck, I would just literally just be squeezing like this, okay? And you wanna make sure that none of the cards would fly out if you actually left it with the other hand. And this is just for now. So you really wanna build up this muscle here. I'm not a biologist or humanologist. I don't know human anatomy that well. So this muscle right here is what you're gonna really need to build in order to do this, I guess, super effectively and with a lot of ease. Now we have the grip with our non-dominant hand and dominant hand, and we even started squeezing this deck. The next thing that's gonna happen is we wanna spread these cards and of course actually make the fan. Now, if you just went ahead, did this and started doing this, you'll see the fan will not come out, nicely at all. And this is the problem that I initially ran into. So very similar to the action in a card spring, these cards are actually gonna start coming out one by one because of the pressure that you're building up with these fingers and the thumb down here. Now, if you're not too familiar with this action, I would recommend just squeezing and practicing releasing cards slowly like this. Okay, and this is gonna be very key in order to actually do the pressure fan correctly. These cards are a little old, so it's not as smooth, but you get the idea, right? It's very similar to what we do with the card spring. That's what the motion that you wanna practice. Now, one thing you have to notice before we actually go into the fanning motion is where my thumb is located. It's not located all the way on the edge, but just across from my index finger here. Okay, so that's where the thumb is located. And now these cards are actually gonna use this thumb kind of as a pivot point or a hinge. So when the cards are spread, right, they're gonna pretty much be spread using this as the pivot. Of course, that was horrible. That's not what we want, but hopefully you get the idea. Okay, so now that we're here, we built this up, we start doing the springing action. But of course, if we start doing the springing action, you'll see that's gonna start happening and nothing else will really happen. So once you start doing that, you also wanna start turning like this. Okay, so let's do that right now. We're here, squeeze, start doing the springing action, turn, 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 and you'll see the fan really starting to take shape like this. Now, once you get to this point, this is where I had the most issues, okay? Because now my thumb is stuck underneath my left thumb here, so I couldn't continue the fan. So what I had to learn these cards are actually quite bent. Let me straighten them out. So what I learned was when I started coming all the way here, instead of my thumb getting stuck, I actually pulled my thumb out a little earlier. So around here, I started pulling my thumb out, And I actually let these fingers, right, my index finger and middle finger, complete the rest of the fan like this. So I was able to pull out and complete the rest of the fan. So one more time. You'll see my thumb slid out and these fingers continued a little bit down here, right? And I'm not pushing like this. I'm actually pushing with the outside parts of these fingers. So I was able to complete it like this and still spread the cards out here on the bottom. And one thing that you want to actually do is make sure that this corner comes underneath or past this thumb here. So you don't want to end, give me 1 second. You don't want to end here where this corner is here. You want to keep on going until it gets past your thumb. And honestly, that's all there really is to it. The one thing that you will have to do, of course, is practice, because without practice, you're not going to build up the strength to squeeze correctly. And of course, you also don't want to squeeze too hard. Oh, what was that? So of course, you don't want that happening. But like I was saying, you don't want to squeeze too hard. Otherwise, when you actually start doing the pressure fan, you'll see these fingers get in the way. And of course, we want to avoid that. So you want to find the right balance between how much pressure to use. Of course, if you use too little pressure, there's no pressure being built, so no pressure fan. If you use too much pressure, that's over pressure fan, and I don't think that's a move. So don't do that. So I hope this video helped you learn or even improve your own pressure fan. Now, before I end this video, I want to give a shout out to my friends at Cardistry Addict for sending me this deck. Make sure you guys go check them out and support them if you can. And once you're done with all that, check out this video right here because I want you to. So I'll see you there. Peace out.